Hey everyone, Chrissy here today, and I'm going to show you how to make these cute little magically inspired cards. We're going to use some thermal web, some of the transfer foil, along with the transfer gel on some denim type cardstock. You can see I have this denim-y type paper. You could just get regular fabric and it should work as well. And I just die cut it using the small circle die that is by Gina. And after I did that, I just adhered it to a scrap piece of paper using washi tape and then secured my stencil down. You want to make sure your stencil is nice and secure and that your surface is protected pretty well, because this transfer gel is awesome, but it dries pretty quick and it can be pretty thick. So you want to make sure that you don't get it on anything. And you can see there I laid it on with a palette knife and then I scraped off all of the excess. I love to keep as much as I can. And then go ahead and dump that stencil in water immediately. Clean everything off right away before it dries. Otherwise it is going to be on there forever. So go ahead and set it aside. I let mine dry. I had pre-done one earlier for this video. So it takes about an hour to dry. And then I grabbed this gorgeous, the LAPIS watercolor. I think this is probably one of my favorite foils. It's hard to pick favorites, but this has to be one of them. So I just threw it in some parchment paper and then ran it through my laminator. Made sure my laminator was nice and hot, and I put it on the 5 mil, not the cold, the hot, and let it warm up for about a half an hour at least before you go ahead and foil. And then I just stamped these cute little guys onto some white cardstock, and now I'm just going to color them in with alcohol markers. I sped it up super fast so you can just kind of get an idea of how I color. So you know what, I think I'm going to throw a little bit of music on for you. You can enjoy the few minutes of coloring, and I will be back to tell you how to complete the card. I'm just finishing up the coloring. I added a little bit of the light gray to the owl because I want him to be a little white snow owl. So I'm just going to fussy cut out the images. Sometimes stamps have coordinating dies. I like them. I just actually am weird and I don't mind fussy cutting. So once those were both cut out, I kind of laid down onto my card base approximately where I was going to put everything, and then I stamped the sentiment in just black ink. And now I'm going to assemble the card. I'm just going to use my XL tape runner here to go ahead and put the denim die cut on the cardstock. Now, keep in mind that this is kind of like paper, so it worked with the runner. If you're using regular fabric, you're going to need to use a fabric adhesive from Thermal Web instead of just the XL tape runner. And then to give that little guy dimension, I added some foam squares, and same with the owl. I did foam squares on one side, but just the tape runner on the other, so he would sit in front of my little Harry Potter inspired guy. And then to finish everything off, I decided I wanted to add some sequins, so I did that using my liquid adhesive. I squeeze a little bit on a scrap piece of paper or paper towel, and then I just dip the sequins into it using tweezers, sometimes my fingers, but usually tweezers because it's really sticky. It adheres amazingly. So this way the tweezers get the sticky on them and not me. So just to finish that up, I added those cute little sequins on, and that is basically the card. I did both of these. I cannot wait to send these to some of my Harry Potter loving friends. So I hope that you will give the transfer gel a try. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and use hashtag Deco Foil and hashtag ThermoWeb so we can find you. Thanks.